You went absolutely wild with the comments and the horror stories, and I'm here to add more fuel to the fire. I'm Blake from Built by Becker, and after 10 years in construction, I thought I've seen every expensive mistake homeowners could make. But in 2025, this has been a masterclass in creative ways to waste money on home features that look amazing in showrooms, but become daily regrets once you actually live in them. Today, you and I will be breaking down 10 horrible home features that are trending right now, but will cost you serious money and frustration down the road. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. This is actually part 2 of my horrible home features series, and you guys have been sharing some incredible horror stories in the comments. Let's jump right into the first disaster, and this one comes for Viridian 4883, who called this one out perfectly. Number 1, microwave and single oven combo units. Here's the brutal reality about these combo units. When the microwave breaks, you have to replace the entire unit, including the oven, even if the oven works perfectly fine. And on the other side of that reality is that these combo units often don't perform as well as standalone appliances. The microwave component is usually smaller and less powerful than a regular microwave, and the oven portion can't quite match the performance of a dedicated wall oven. So you're paying a premium price for compromised performance. And when something breaks, you're basically throwing away good money after that. So the smart move, I'd say, is just buy separate units. A good wall oven and a separate microwave might cost slightly more up front, but when one breaks, and they will break, you're replacing half your investment, not the whole thing. Plus, you can choose the best microwave and the best oven for your needs instead of settling for whatever combination some manufacturer decided to put together. Now, speaking of design choices that look amazing in photos but become a nightmare to live with, number 2, open shelving instead of wall cabinets. This one hits hard because open shelving looks so good in those perfect kitchen photos. But those photos don't show you the constant maintenance nightmare you're signing up for. Most items stored on open shelving gather dust and kitchen grease more quickly than those tucked away in cabinets. And we're not talking about a little dusting once a month. We're talking about washing dishes that have been sitting out there collecting grease particles from every meal you've cooked. That beautiful collection of white dishes, they're gonna look grimy within weeks. You know what else those Instagram photos don't show? The reality of trying to keep everything looking Pinterest perfect when you actually cook in your kitchen. You can't just close the cabinet door and forget about the mess. Everything is always on display, which means everything has to be perfect. I've watched homeowners spend more time arranging their dishes to look Instagram worthy than actually using them. And God forbid you have mismatched plates and that random collection of plastic containers we all somehow accumulate. Suddenly your beautiful open shelving becomes a source of a daily stress instead of a daily joy. I don't get why they choose that. They even offer way less storage space than cabinets. You can only display so much before it starts to look cluttered, which means all your less photogenic stuff has to go somewhere else. Usually that somewhere else is your already crowded lower cabinets or pantry. But let's move on to something that sounds practical in theory, but becomes a daily obstacle course in reality. Number 3, oversized or split kitchen islands. Again, this is Viridian 4883. You are on fire with your observations. Here's the thing about massive kitchen islands. They sound amazing until you realize you're basically installing a traffic median in the middle of your kitchen. And I see this constantly. People get excited about having this huge island with tons of storage and seating, and then they can't move around their own kitchen without doing an obstacle course. The standard recommendation is at least 42 inches of clearance on all sides, but people think 36 inches is close enough. It's really not. Try opening your dishwasher and having someone walk by at the same time with only 36 inches of clearance. You'll be doing this awkward sideways shuffle every single day. And if you got kids running around, forget about it. Someone's getting their hip checked into that corner island. Split islands are even worse. You get all the problem of huge island, plus you lose the continuous work surface that makes islands actually useful. Now, You've got two separate work areas with a walkway in between, which sounds convenient until you try prepping dinner. That is constantly walking back and forth between your split surfaces. Now the solution, measure twice, build once. That's it. Your island should enhance your workflow, not turn your cooking dinner into a cardio session. Now let's talk about a feature that seems elegant until you realize you basically signed up for a part-time cleaning job. Number 4, glass doors on wall cabinets. Glass cabinet doors look elegant and sophisticated in showrooms, but they become a perfectionist nightmare. Once real life happens, every fingerprint shows, every bit of dust is visible, glass shows water spots, fingerprints, and dust more than other cabinet material. You'll find yourself cleaning these doors constantly just to maintain that elegant look you paid extra for. And unless you're one of those people who arranges their cereal boxes by color and height and keeps everything in them that way, everything inside looks like chaos behind those glass doors. Like the same problem I have with open shelves, but here, it's worse. The glass itself is also more fragile than standard cabinet doors. I've seen expensive glass panels crack from normal cabinet settling or from being slammed a little too hard, even with soft close hinges. Replacement cost for custom glass cabinet doors can easily run $200 to $400 per door, so please, save a lot of headaches and stick with solid doors for most of your cabinets. If you really want some glass to break it up, limit it to 1 or 2 strategic locations where you can showcase your actual nice dishes. So I've been living with this basic ceiling fan for way too long. And finally, I decided to upgrade. I had no idea that ceiling fans could do this. This is the Lumary Smart Ceiling Fan. I'm a contractor, but this was really easy. So I pressed the button and the lights explode into rainbow colors, cycling through different hues.
All right, the Luminary fan is installed, and my employee's daughter is gonna be so happy. You know why? Because she can turn the fan on with Alexa. Hey Alexa, turn that fan on.
Whoa! And look, here's my phone connected to the app so I can control everything here. And for less than 160 bucks. The link's in my bio. If you want to upgrade your space like I did, check it out. Next terrible thing is number 5. Waterfall countertops on kitchen islands. Waterfall countertops look dramatic in those high-end kitchen magazines, I'll give you that. And they're often more prone to damage without providing the functional benefit. Think about it logically. You're basically paying extra to have your expensive countertop material hang off the side of the island, where people can kick it, bump into it, or where kids can bang chairs against it. That beautiful quartz or quartzite is now positioned perfectly to take the abuse from daily life. The additional fabrication and the installation costs can add from $1,000 to $5,000. Depending on the material you choose and the project. Natural stone, you're looking at complex cuts and a perfect seam matching, which drives up both material waste and labor cost. But that's not even the worst part. Waterfall edges actually limit your seating options. If you want bar stools with backs, good luck finding ones that fit properly against that vertical stone surface. Most stools either won't slide under properly or the backs will hit the waterfall edge, making them really uncomfortable to use. I've also seen multiple waterfall edges get chipped or cracked from normal use. When someone pulls out a bar stool a little too enthusiastically, or when a kid swings their legs and kicks a stone. You're looking at an expensive repair on what was supposed to be a premium design feature. So just save that money and put it towards better appliances, superior cabinet hardware, or just keep the money in your pocket. Your bank account will thank you, and your island will be more functional without those decorative stones hanging off the side. Now, next up is an issue that really hits home for anyone trying to work from home these days. That is number 6, lack of a secondary quiet room and open floor plans. Here's a great point from Cinnamon Raw 9911 that really highlights how our living needs have evolved. Open concept living was supposed to make homes feel bigger and bring families together, but apparently nobody planned for the reality of remote work, virtual school, and the fact that sometimes people just need to escape from each other. Open concept works great until you need actual privacy or quiet. One person's morning smoothie routine becomes another person's problem. One important work call means the whole family has to tiptoe around and whisper for an hour. I'm not here to hate on the open concept floor plan, but if you're currently planning something like that, at least make sure you have at least one separate room, a den, a study, a finished basement, even a large walk-in closet that can double as a phone booth. Somewhere people can actually close a door and have a private conversation or focus on work without disturbing everyone else. Now, number 7, marble countertops. Yes, Don't come at me. Marble is gorgeous, no question about it. It's also high maintenance, easily stained and scratched by basically everything. In a normal kitchen, I've seen Carrera marble islands completely ruined by a single spilled glass of red wine that wasn't cleaned up immediately. I've seen etching from lemon juice, scratches from cutting directly on the surface, and permanent stains from olive oil that soaked in overnight. Marble is basically a high maintenance relationship with countertops. It requires constant attention, immediate cleanup after any spills, regular sealing, and careful handling of anything acidic. Most families just want to cook dinner and clean up later, not treat their countertops like a toxic partner. But if you love the look of marble, maybe try quartz with marble patterns. Modern engineered quartz can mimic the veining, the color variations of natural stone while being more practical, indestructible for normal kitchen use. You get the beauty without the babysitting. Next up, home theaters. Oh yeah, they sounded amazing in 2010. These rooms are rarely used and would be better designed as multi-purpose spaces that can actually adapt to how families live today. With 75-inch TVs becoming affordable and streaming services replacing the physical movie collections, most families would rather watch movies in their comfortable living room than trek down to a basement theater that feels like a time capsule from the early 2000s. Just let me ask, when was the last time you wanted to watch a 2-hour movie in a windowless room with no natural light? Most people want to pause movies, check their phones, grab snacks from the kitchen, or just sprawl out on a comfortable couch. Dedicated theaters with their fixed seating and isolated locations don't match how we consume entertainment anymore. So that's a no for me. Number 9, Whirlpool Tubs. Man, these things are bulky, hard to clean, and rarely used by most families. I can't tell you how many clients have told me that their Whirlpool tub has become the world's most expensive laundry hamper or storage space for kids' bath toys. The jets get gross, they're loud when they run, and honestly, most people after a quick shower don't sit in the bubbling water that takes 20 minutes to fill. If you want to relax in a tub, get a beautiful soaking tub. If you want some bubbles, buy a bubble bath or a bath bomb. Skip the complicated mechanical stuff that's going to break eventually. And speaking of tubs, number 10, bathroom layouts with giant tubs in the middle. Here's a solid observation from Leo Smith, 4293. These big statement bathrooms in the middle of a primary bathroom look impressive in photos, but they're rarely used and they eat up valuable space. The trend is shifting towards shower-focused designs anyway, especially in primary bathrooms. People want bigger, more luxurious showers, not tubs that they're never going to use. So if you're not going to use a bath regularly, use the space for a larger shower, more storage, or just make the room feel less cramped. So there you have it, 10 more home features that seemed like great ideas until people actually had to live in them. Huge thanks to our community for sharing their insights in the comments. You guys clearly know what you're talking about. What other home features drive you crazy? Drop them in the comments below. I'm already planning part 3 based on your horror stories. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, thank you guys for watching and see you on the next one.